Last one, what's the last time you had sex?
What?
The last time you had sex?
Basically, just working out to kind of prevent like muscle atrophy and burn some calories, you know. Basically, just maintaining. I'm not gonna make any gains right now, so it's just because I'm actually cutting, as you guys know. Haven't gone back to check my body fat yet, but last time I checked it was about a month ago. It was like around 28%. That's what obviously it's not the most accurate. As far as I know, a DEXA scan would be the most accurate, but right now I'm not too concerned with it. I'm just going by how I feel and I guess the mirror. I know I'm gonna lose some more muscle, but hopefully not too much. That's the plan, at least. But yeah, towards the end of the cut, we will be going to a DEXA scan lab and checking out what we got as far as body fat percentage and muscle ratio throughout the body. That gives you a very, very accurate. It's like an X-ray kind of thing. A very accurate reading. So we'll be doing that. Definitely after the trip, the international trip coming up in a couple weeks. So yeah, stay tuned for that. My hands should be a lot better by then, so hopefully be making some gains in summertime or a little before that, sometime in spring. We'll see. But I do have a little pump. It's not much, but you know, I'm all low calorie, so what do you expect, right? All right, we are in Vegas downtown. Let's see. I just wanted to talk a little bit about my past experience, probably the past year. I have been celibate, and it's been a lot of things that learned about myself doing that, because you know it's something a lot of people might struggle with as far as having that energy. If you guys want to look around. Oh shit. Fuck. Panda?
What?
What are you doing here, man?
Just hanging out.
This is Panda, one of my good friends. I've been on you for like,
I don't know, many years.
at least like 10, right? 10 years?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Not just being a degenerate as always.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
But yeah, he said he was gonna come out. He's gonna probably be moving here soon, so we will be. We're gonna be losing some weight together, right? We're gonna be doing.
So.
Yeah.
Why not?
You got some you got a target weight you want to lose too, right?
Too much.
A little bit. Yeah, you got. I mean, a couple pounds, probably 1 or 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we're gonna get him in on that.
8-pack shortcuts.
Mike Chang. You know what? Honestly though, this guy, he's been my friend for like probably a decade, and this is a real panda right here. I know some of you guys might know Goku Flex. He's a YouTuber. He's pretty buff motherfucker. But this is the real panda. He's got a friend named Panda, but this is the real panda. This is the real panda right here. Get a good look at him. But yeah, let's go. All right, so just talking a little bit about why I actually went celibate. I needed to basically, I feel like I need to reset myself after my breakup. And the way I look at it is there's three hard layers of energy that you're using when you have a sex life and when you're seeking out, sexual relations. So that first layer would be something that pretty much everybody has. I mean, if you're normal, healthy, it's gonna be just the fact that you want it, right? I mean, you might even wake up in the morning and you wake up in the morning thinking about it. So that's kind of in a lot of ways, and most times it's pretty much involuntary. The energy that your body gives to it, it could be just purely biological at that point, right? Still energy that you're giving up for that second layer, which I think is the most, I wouldn't say detrimental, but it's the most taxing, I would say, especially for a man, particularly. The actual act of seeking it out, the fact that most times for men you have to go out of your way a little bit to get it, and going out of your way, I mean that's part of our nature. We're the ones that go out and seek for it. Generally, women don't have to. They don't take much energy as far as that sexual layer. So there's the energy of some will call it like the approach. You have to approach another person. Then there's the act of charming them, or however you want to call it. Setting up the game, whatever guys do nowadays. I mean, some things nowadays are a little bit unnatural. They've been circumvented through like Tinder and online apps. Like I've been spending about almost 11 months, a little over 11 months since I've had that kind of contact with another person, and no sex, but I have had some weak moments where I hop on my old Tinder account and start swiping, for a few minutes. Yeah, at the end of the day, you just realize that it's not really worth it, just for that moment of pleasure. There's a whole lot of, don't get me wrong, sex is good. Sex is definitely a good thing. But when you're doing it in such a way that it's at your fingertips and all you have to do is pretty much go through the game and you have no real connection with that person, it's not really worth it, The risk, the reward versus the effort is not worth it. So that's a big energy sap right there. Yeah, I had a couple weak moments where I was just swiping nonstop. But that didn't last more than a couple days. So the third energy level, pretty sure a lot of people thought about this one, but that's the actual physical performance, right? And that's something that's also mostly on the man traditionally. If you have a good partner, it's going to be pretty much 50-50 or close to that. But in general, the burden of performance is on you. So now it's not just the physical performance itself, but the way I look at it is the release, the actual release. You might not think of it like this, but you're actually giving something to that person, to that other person, that woman. You're giving your seed up, right? And there's a lot of potency in that. It's definitely an energy source. I consider it it's a valuable energy, in my opinion. That type of energy is really powerful. When you're giving that up to just anybody, I think you're exchanging energies with that person. So whatever they give you, you're giving them, and you almost become like the average of sums together. And it could be a good thing, really good thing, or it could be something. That was the whole thing for me. That's the way I see it, and I see it in those three layers of energy. And I gotta say, like, in the past 10, 11 months, it's been like 11 months, I do feel a lot clearer in the head, and that's I know that's due to the energy that I'm not using in the efforts to have intercourse, sex, or find a partner. I just recently found out the term sexual transmutation, and I'm pretty sure that has something to do. Well, that's pretty much what we were going through here. Yeah. So, hi. So I'm definitely trying to stay on track, but there's a lot of things that I'm still experimenting with, and hopefully we can learn a lot more about ourselves through just focusing on energies, right? Let me know what you guys think about that. Just an ideas I've been having the past year, almost a year. I do feel like I reset. I got a new perspective on a lot of things, and I know it definitely helped me. So if you go through one period of celibacy, maybe a year, 6 months, 2 years, whatever it may be, just let me know. Let me know down there. And it's not just about saying like, oh yeah, I haven't had sex in a year, so that means I'm celibate. No, it's more of a conscious thing. You're saying I'm not gonna devote any of the I'm not gonna devote any of my energy to it. So that's kind of the whole point of it, I mean, you can go through life and not have sex. I mean, anybody can do that, you know. But the fact of the matter is, you may still be devoting some energy to it, right? So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that.
I give him 5 bucks. Me too. We just met him.
You ladies visiting?
Yes.
All right, so where you from?
Arizona. Michigan.
Chicago, Michigan, okay. And what's your favorite thing about Vegas?
The nightlife. Yes. Fremont. Fremont is the move.
Okay.
Is this gonna be on YouTube?
Yeah.
Next time. What's the question?
Oh, last one. What's the last time you had sex?
What?
The last time you had sex?
Wednesday. I would say probably like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Checking the schedule, right?
The 15th.
15. Okay. Oh, this month.
Yes, of December. Yeah. It's Friday. I was Wednesday. So about a week ago, maybe. Yeah. Wait, when did you? Yeah. On Wednesday.
About a week ago. Right? So, I'm actually vlogging right now because I've been celibate for 11 months. So, yeah, I was just like, yeah, thank you. So I was just like, what do you guys think about that? I went to a breakup a year ago, so I was like, I'm gonna do a whole year.
Yeah, go for it. If that's what you want to do, who cares? Somebody that loves you.
Right,
Loves you. Fuck them.
bullshit, right? Yeah.
Yes, no, bullshit. Honestly.
There's a lot of fuck girls out here, right?
Yes.
There's a lot of fuck girls. I appreciate it.
I need to know your YouTube handle so I can look at this later.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I want to sell, toys, dolls.
So typically, I'll be intermittent fasting, usually till 2 o'clock, 2 or 3. Today was really busy, so we're doing. Thank you. Today was really busy, so it's almost. What time is it? 5? It's like 6. Yeah, it's like almost 6 o'clock. And it's my first meal, so I figured gotta catch up. Might as well get some all you can eat. Can't go wrong. Korean barbecue.
300 to 400.
Well, that's a pretty nice breakfast. So basically, eating pretty high fat. I am experimenting a little bit with a ketogenic diet. So yeah, that's why I'm eating all these fatty pieces. No carbs. Having a little bit of kimchi, but trying to keep it to a minimum. Which is so fucking good though. It's like perfect right here. Here, I got some beef tongue. Basically, we let you get the whole cow here. Galbi, short rib. It's one of the best ones. But the sauce, unfortunately, kind of has some sugar in it, so I'm only gonna eat like one of these. 3.5 pounds of beef. Feeling pretty good. No indigestion. That's what happens when you just eat pure fat and protein. No carbs. Hardly any fiber. So feeling really good.